And I'll take one more question today. This one's about what's one great way to capture qualified leads. This one's again on leads. Now, in order to understand leads, it's important to understand how the customer thinks. How a customer thinks and when he's making a purchase decision. Traditionally, when there were not many bloggers leaving reviews on products, consumers did not have a choice of looking at, would either talk to a friend or a family member and ask them which product should I buy, and in most cases they would not be that aware on it because they probably have not used it themselves. So the consumer would end up going on doing a Google search and then reaching out to the organizations individually and asking them what are the features and then making those purchase decisions. Now that has changed completely in the new world of blogs and blogs. Now these days when a consumer reaches out or even thinks of buying a product, the first thing he does is to Google out what are the reviews like for this particular product. For example, let's say if there's an American woman, she is looking to buy a lipstick, a really nice lipstick, and she's not really sure what sort of color suits her skin tone and the weather, if it's summer or if it's winter. The first thing she does is she reaches out to her YouTube bloggers and she looks at what sort of reviews. Now, some of the bloggers out there probably are talking about this absolutely fantastic burgundy color of lipstick from Maybelline, a new line with a code being referred to. And she feels that the bloggers, the comments and the review is making a lot of sense, and because these are reviews being made by people who are more like her. These are probably with a similar skin tone, or probably other ways of relating. Probably the blogger has got a similar environment, or she is also say from the eastern coast and where she's from. She connects better with the blogger, and then the only Google or Yahoo or Bing search that she does is to look for Maybelline and that particular code, say 530 or whatever the code for that lipstick is, and then she lands on the Maybelline website, and that's where she looks at the price and how can she purchase it. Can she purchase it by online? And that's how the modern day consumer is making consumer decisions. So answering that question, what's the one great way to capture qualified leads, is to start thinking in terms of bloggers, start thinking in terms of bloggers, start thinking in terms of social media presence. Because these days consumers aren't just Googling out the world's top best product category that you're looking at, say if it's a lipstick, they're actually looking at reviews by actual users who are more like them and who are more trusted, and it's only then they're going on to make a purchase decision. So if you have a set of people out there, your potential consumer profiles, which your website will help you refine that the user profile much better based on the kind of user visits that you get on your site. You should target the bloggers and people who post their reviews for your kind of product on their blogs. And you should try and also reach out people in social media channels like Facebook who probably comment on your products more often, because these are going to be the qualified leads that will eventually lead people to come into your website, and that's where if you have an online payment option or if you have a phone number, that they will leave a contact or they will call you up or reach out to you or buy your product.